So, my terrible artwork. Never really been any good at this kind of thing. I'm gonna have that age-old problem where you draw it too big and then you rush towards the end to make it a lot smaller. Oh, yeah! Yeah, that's a thing that I made. So it's YouTube Geek Week. Yeah, who doesn't love these themed weeks? They're so cool and funny and awesome and stuff. You might have noticed that I have an injury on my head. Right there. Oh, it's easy to look in the mirror. Right there. A thing flew off and hit me when I was breaking something, so that's fun. I'm making these 3 videos for you so that I can sort of make up for the amount of videos that I've been missing recently. I had a tight schedule and multiple other things have been getting in the way, and I'm very sorry about that, but I haven't had time to make videos like I usually would. But you know, things happen in life when life happens to people, so I'm just dealing with it. There are 3 things in my life which I'd consider something which I'm passionate about, and it's kind of interesting because the first thing was in my past that I was passionate about. There's one thing currently that I'm very passionate about, and there's something which I'm passionate about now, but I am interested in indulging in more so in the future. I'm not in shot. I'm so hot! Ah, why is lighting so hot? I need some LED light. My 3 things are Yu-Gi-Oh cards, anime, and theatre. Theatre. Let's first of all talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. When I was a child, I used to like Yu-Gi-Oh because it was a great anime, it was really interesting, there was 101 plot holes, but the character was compelling, and the story was interesting, and the whole card game concept I just really liked it. So when I went to school, and I didn't really like playing outside that much, I went into the classrooms and the library where people would just sort of sit around, and I saw people playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards! So I started playing these when I was in school. This is my main deck. Whoa, look at those shiny cards right there. I wish they'd shine a little bit more. Whoa, beautiful, beautiful things. I probably played them for a little bit longer than I should have. I did get into them through the anime, but a big thing about playing that sort of card game is knowing the cards. I used to know a lot of cards, and I used to know how to use them in effect. I used to consider which ways I could use them. Basically, I had this sort of, I don't want to say addiction, although I spent lots and lots of money on cards. Towards the end of my schooling, I'd gotten a job in a supermarket, which I won't name. I was working there, and I spent half my paycheck on cards, because I was still at school, still playing the cards with the people, but I had so much money now, and I was living at home, so I wasn't spending it on anything, so why not spend it on a useless hobby, which you'll never develop in the future into anything? Why not spend it on that? Or I could have spent it on something else, which would have made sense. But no, I spent it on these cards, and I now have tons and tons and tons of them. Oh god, my hair is getting all sweaty! Oh, I don't care. You're such a relief. So I'm doing the rest of the video like this because this is so refreshing. I spent a lot of my time looking over the cards, remembering what they do, looking at new cards. I'd buy magazines to read about new cards and new strategies that I could use. It was great fun, but in hindsight, I could have spent that time doing something far more interesting. I really wish I'd spent it learning an instrument, or just socializing more, or learning. I could have really done with better grades, actually. I love this band, by the way. Oh god, I love this band. And I developed many kinds of strategies. I wouldn't discuss them with my friends, I'd use them to beat my friends. But there was someone who just thwarted everything I'd do. He was just better than me. So much better. And it used to annoy the hell out of me. I couldn't beat this stupid person. In the end, I stopped playing when I had an epiphany one day. I was sitting around with these friends that I had, and I was in sixth form, and I was playing this card game that I've been playing for my entire school education. And they made some jokes which they would usually make, and I realised they weren't funny. And I'd outgrown these people. And I had grown this game. The whole thing was a bit pointless, to be honest. I still have all these cards to remember, and I'm pretty sure I picked up something along the lines of helpful by learning the game, by remembering the rules, by the maths of it or something. I don't know. I had to move on, kind of triggered an effect where I was like, I don't really like 6th form anymore. And it's like 3 months to the end, I got tons of work that I'm backed up on, so I'm just gonna quit. So, yeah, I quit 6th form. Because of growing out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is stupid. Stupid, isn't it? About half a year ago, I busted out these cards again, and I remembered all the joy that I had playing them, and I felt like doing it again. So I took these cards to a shop in Peterborough where they do this particular hobby, and they do a tournament upstairs. I got up there, and aside from all the new cards that have come out, there's brand new cards. They're like brand new techniques and ways of playing, and it's taken all the fun out of it for me, really. I mean, I went there, I sat down, I played a game with someone, and he beat me in 2 turns. And that's not how the game was played. It used to be like a game of chess, where you'd set up your pieces. It would take like 5 turns to get something set up, and then even then, things could go to pot in a second. You could have everything destroyed by 1 card, like a rare card. They could just develop something stronger than you and pick off your forces. There was more development and more risk and more interesting. But the new rules, the new set of cards that they brought out, it's just... I set my first turn ready, a couple of things, and then it's like bam, bam, summon, bam, play this, bam, summon, 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 special summon, super summon, exceed summon, and they've brought out a ridiculous amount of force in 1 turn. It really annoys me that the people that made my favourite card game that I played through my childhood in school managed to mess it up in a couple of sets of cards, which really... I'm annoyed about. Angry face. That was my geekiness that I was really enthusiastic about and I really enjoyed. So, just click on, click on the YouTube Geek Week sign and head straight over to my next Geek Week video, which will be about anime and the stuff I like to watch now, which is pretty much the same thing as Yu-Gi-Oh! But Yu-Gi-Oh! Was more the game that I enjoyed than the actual anime, as you can see on my shelf right there. In actuality, you can't see it because I've covered it up with the Geek Week sign, but I have the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga set, which was 7 volumes. That's really good. That's actually, you know what? I think the 7 volumes of the manga are better than the whole anime. But still, I think the anime is a different beast. It was just good. I might discuss this a little bit more in my next video. If you just click on the next video and watch it. Or you could just wait and watch up. Just keep an eye on your subscription feed. Watch it. Click like, subscribe, you know. Do the usual. I'll see you in my next video, which should be like tomorrow or something. Bye. You know, I'm not going to do the usual. Because you're watching my next video straight away, so we're just going to go out on this. How about that? Yeah? See you in like a day or like 5 seconds, depending on when you're watching this.